Hello, I'm Larimar. I'm a fashion designer and the founder of Golden Amber, and I decided to create a series of video related to fashion, and this is the first series. And here I want to share about fashion styling tips by astrological zodiac signs. So what brought me to create this? Basically, I want to help people find their own styles that they can express themselves beautifully in the most authentic ways, in a way that they can truly resonate with. Because I personally believe that finding my own style is very important to get to know who I really am and where I'm coming from and how I can practice it in the real life. And fashion, I think, is one of the things that's very tightly connected to our life. Like it's one of our everyday routine. So I thought it would be helpful, and I found some very important hints from the sky astrology, planets and stars. So for those of you who are interested in fashion and astrology, I think this series and this can be something this can be something you can find it interested in. By the way, styling and trends are two separate things. Style is something that's unique about yourself, about an individual person, versus trends. Trend is like a big social movement that's happening in real time, and that can changes pretty quickly and fades away, but eventually cycles back in time with some variations. So I think those are two different things, but if I have to choose between the two, I think both are important, but if I have to choose between the two, I think style is more important, because that is something that's kind of permanent, or that's more lasting. Trend can be something that connects people, because it is something that we can share in the same period of time. So anyway, that is a subtle difference between trends and style, I think. So how does this work? Basically, you need to find your Venus sign and rising sign, because Venus is the planet of love. It rules art, fashion, beauty, anything that is valuable, including money and relationship and all sorts of many different things. But at the bottom line, the common denominator is value, what you value. Venus shows what we value, what we love, what we attract, and how we find joy in our life. And everyone is different, and it's going to be different for every individual. And of course, this series cannot describe all spectrums, describe everyone, because there are different factors as well, like angles between planets, or there's more to it. But this can be somewhat general, but it can be enough to get an idea of yourself or someone else, I think. So how do you know the Venus sign? There are plenty of birth chart calculator available for free. Internet, you can just Google it, and you need to put your birth date, birth time if you know, and birth location, and you're gonna get the chart and see in which sign Venus falls on your chart. And the second thing you would like to know is your rising sign. And rising sign, also known as ascendant, is the sign that was rising at the east horizon at the time of your birth. To know the rising sign, you need to know your birth time. So it can be an optional, but it is a big part. So if you know it, you can check it out. So what's the difference between Venus sign and rising sign? Venus sign shows what you prefer, what you ideally love and what you're attracted to, versus rising sign kind of shows your entire life path, including your physical appearance. So it can describe something that you're naturally comfortable with. So I think both can be your styles, even if it's not your like ideal like image of yourself. Also, if you have multiple planets in one sign or two or whatever, you might want to check it out as well, because when planets are concentrated in a specific sign, the energy tends to be expressed very strongly. So even if it's not your Venus sign or rising sign, it can affect yourself in like many different levels. So you might want to check it out as well. So that is it, and I hope you have a great day. Today is very sunny and beautiful in California. Bye!